Hello and welcome to the Round 11 review for Supercoach 2022. And this week we scored 2,450, what I thought was a really decent score. I was expecting a nice increase in the ranks, but not only did we, or not increase, we've actually dropped 55 spots. So I am quite surprised about that. You think of a score as good as that, you'd actually go up. But yeah, there were some absolute crackers, obviously. And there's a guy I don't have in Tom Stewart that really made me pay. And Gorn and Darcy repaid the favour. They've been really good this week, and I will be trading, well, probably one of those guys in. I'm not sure which one yet. We'll see how we go. But yeah, I think we're in a good spot. So the first buy, this is interesting because, well, this is what separates the men from the boys in Supercoach. And am I ready for it? I think I'm definitely ready for this week. I don't think I'll get a donut, nonetheless. I might, but we'll see how we go. I haven't really had a good look at it yet. But I'm more worried about next week's buy, or whenever the Bulldogs, Gold Coast buy, Port Adelaide, GWS, all those ones. That's the one that I really am worried about. So, yeah, we'll make some moves this week and assess the team coming in round 12. So, yeah, it should be good. I hate the buys. It's hard. It's a tough time to play Supercoach. You got to be good to hold your own. I got punished quite badly last year, and it really sort of ended my season in a dramatic sense. But yeah, anyway, defence really good. Sicily, almost a VC option if he plays a few early games. He's been so rock solid since trading him in 3 or 4 weeks ago. I don't think he's gone below 110. So absolutely fantastic from Sicily. I love this pick. Is he better than Stewart though? I don't know. Maybe a bit more consistent, but Stewart has these spike games and he's dropped another 170. I think he's gone 2 170 pluses for the year. So yeah, this is quite worrying as a non-owner, hence why I probably didn't go up in the rankings. That's probably got a fair bit to do with it. But Sicily, he has been in stellar form and everybody should have him by now. If you don't, get him in your team because 635k, he's only going up. So get him in while you can. Georgie Hewitt, he's got his bye this week, obviously. And other than that, he has been a spectacular pick. Probably pick of the year, I reckon. He goes anywhere from 110 to 130. I just love how consistent he's been for us. And yeah, probably a D2 for the remainder of the season. So yeah, really, really decent. Averaging just under Sicily. They've both been terrific. Jordan Dawson, real utility guy at the Crows, but it doesn't really seem to matter where he plays. So he plays down back, takes kick-outs, pushes up the wing, and then on the weekend they trialled him forward a little bit, which I didn't really like, but he still found the pill, and yeah, for 104, that's really good. But yeah, it was a bit bizarre because I was expecting him to play like an inside midfield role predominantly at the Crows, but yeah, nonetheless, I just think he's going to be a really consistent player. And yeah, 104 is pretty much bang average for him. And yeah, I'm taking that every day of the week, especially being a pod. You want him to hit a ton every week. That's really important. So yeah, massive asset of my team this year is Jordan Dawson. Jack Sinclair, absolutely wrapped with this pick. I know he played North Melbourne, but he did pretty much whatever he wanted. He was on fire. What was he on? 85 at halftime. Remarkable. The players always drop off a little bit towards the end. And yeah, this is it's a bit interesting because, well, it's a massive shame that Steele's out for a while for Supercoach and St Kilda, but I think Sinclair's really benefited without Steele at the moment, and it's starting to show a couple of huge scores in a row, pretty much 2 140s in a row, 138 last week, so yeah, in really good form. I'd be getting him in if you don't have him, not this week because he's got his bye, but next week, yeah, get Sinclair in because he's going up, and I'll tell you this, as an owner, I'd be worried not owning him because, yeah, what's his break even? Coming off 2 140s in a row, 54. Get this bloke in your team. It's the final, it's your final crack at it next week. So yeah, he's a superstar. We love what he's doing. Got massive man love for this bloke. He's been superb. Jack Crisp is consistent as always. That's fine from him. Jaden Short, I'm a bit worried with this pick. How inconsistent is he? It's 110 one week and then it's 85 the next. What is going on with this pick? I'm not sure. Playing midfield, playing down back, I don't know. I haven't been watching the Tigers all that much, but yeah, his role seems to be flicked around a bit. So a little bit inconsistent, which is annoying, but yeah, highly owned player, so it shouldn't really matter too much. So Connie's been absolutely terrific, especially late. He started off slow this year, but he's done really well. But I will be trading him out this week. I need to. He's at a good price, 348k. So yeah, it's time to move him on. He's been great. So I will be downgrading him this week, and wear a 60 on debut. That's good. So yeah, he'll make some good money. There's no doubt about that. He was solid, and you'll have a look at the midfield. So the captains were quite hard. I think it's the same as last week. So last week, if you didn't captain Oliver or VC Oliver, it was pretty much bust, and it was the exact same week. Bit of deja vu with Lachie Neale. So if you didn't VC Lachie Neale, chances are that you didn't really get a cracking captaincy, because everyone else was pretty underwhelming. Even Petrarca, he went 54, I think 54, 58. I don't know, but all I know it was in the 50s and it was a pretty shit score. So luckily I don't own him. That's very relieving, I suppose. But you had the VC on Oliver, was going nuts early. He was going nuts, and I think he on 25 at halftime. Crazy stuff. He's in red hot form, but yeah, copped a tag. Melbourne went to shit, especially in that third term. And yeah, Freo, credit to them. They had a superb game, but it really affected Oliver, undoubtedly. So this is disappointing. But yeah, I'm not taking that VC. So I chucked the C on Wits and actually got scaled up. So he was on 113 at the end of the game when it was finalised. And I thought, oh, gee, that's another shocking captaincy. But got scaled up to 119. And I'll tell you what, I'm taking that every day of the week. You know, in a week where not really a whole lot went right, it wasn't terrible in the midfield, but it wasn't anything that you would like or be satisfied with a captaincy, unless you had Neale. I don't really know who had Neale as a VC, but if you did, well done to you. It was obvious for me, playing GWS, they got De Boer, and now they got Ash as well, who does run with rolls. But yeah, I don't know, I didn't watch the game, but they must have done their homework on him, surely, you'd think. But he just did whatever he wanted, Lachie Neale, and yeah, it's a bit disappointing from the Giants. Ultra bizarre. Surely they would try double tag Lachie Neale, but obviously not. He went off, and it is what it is. Very flat that I didn't VC him, but obviously I wasn't going to do that. I never had any intentions to do that. That wasn't the plan. The plan was to VC Oliver, and then it was either Bonampali or Wits, and I definitely chose right. So we'll discuss Bonampali in a minute. But Rory Laird, really good. He should have scored more than that. I think he had 35 disposals. So yeah, he's doing really good. A cheeky VC this week against, I think it's West Coast he plays. So I'm really flirting with that idea. That could be a good move, but not sure yet. He's just been really consistent. I think he's a top 4 midfielder, undoubtedly. Been really good. I guess Mills is in the mix as well. I think he could be top 4, top 5. So, yeah, we love Roy Laird. He's having a great year, and I'm happy that I trade him in instead of Petrarca. That has undoubtedly been the right move when Jack Steele went down. McRae, what is going on with this pick? I'm not sure. Is he a starting pick next year? I don't know either. He's been a really underwhelming selection. I don't know. I'll probably rule him out of the captaincy from now on. Just someone that's burnt me a lot with the VC this year and even the captaincy. So, yeah, it's been a disappointing one. Highly owned, so it's not going to hurt a lot of people, but it's hurting those who trust him and expect big things from him. So, yeah, I'm not too bullish on McRae at the moment, but I just want him to respond and play good footy. I traded in Bonampali, so, yeah, this was an obvious call. I knew he was going to get forward eligibility and DPP or whatever it is. So that's really handy. I will swing him forward this week, no doubt about that. But only 96 against West Coast. If you can bloody believe that. I don't know how that happened, but he was going to be in my captaincy, I thought. I just thought he would tear it up. But I do have a little bit of a rule in Supercoach. I don't think I've said it before, but yeah, I've noticed a little bit of a trend. But I try not to captain players on debut. So guys that I just trade in my team, like generally speaking, they play shit. So yeah, Bonampali, Brayshaw, I think Sinclair. He was alright on debut, but then a couple of stinkers afterwards. So who else? Not sure. I think Heaney was pretty ordinary when I traded him in. So, yeah, I don't like to captain blokes who come into my team, which seems a little bit silly, but, yeah, I'm noticing a little bit of a consistent trend there. So, yeah, I just did the sensible thing and went Wits against Kaczynski, and that worked out for the best. So, yeah, happy with that. But Bonapale will respond. He'll definitely respond this week, I think. So, yeah, he's been really consistent. Hasn't gone like bananas, but hasn't gone terrible either. I think 96 is one of his lowest scores for the year, so I'm not too stressed out about this one. But I'm looking forward to moving him forward, and that's going to make the depth down there look a lot better. So that's good. I thought about Bailey Smith, but obviously he was out with illness, so this was an obvious trade-in from myself. Took Miller, 109. He's been... I said a couple of weeks ago that his average won't be below... I think it was at 116 at the time, or 118, I don't know. It's 113 now, so... Gee, was I wrong there, but who could have seen this coming? So, Took Miller plays North Melbourne this week, so could you just VC Laird for Miller? I don't know. Maybe that's risky because we have these trusty, reliable blokes up here, the two big guns, but yeah, the opposition, I'm really flirting with. I know it didn't work out with Bonapale, but yeah, surely one of these guys has to go nuts. I'm not sure. It's a bold call to do that because they're both real pod captaincies. So, yeah, it could come back to bite me, but not really sure yet. But not a bad score from Took. You take that in current form. Paddy Cripps, that's fine. He responded. He's had a couple of pretty shit weeks. So, hopefully it's onwards and upwards from him from now on. So, that should be good. And Brayshaw. 100. It's okay. It's his first ton since coming into my team. He's given me 2 94s in a row and 100, so being consistent, but not really that good. I still think I would rather him over Petrarca, just from what I saw. I know Petrarca was pretty sick, apparently, but nonetheless, I think Brayshaw, it's only a matter of time before he bursts, because he does finish the season quite strong. Usually in previous years, he's come home really strong after the buys and stuff. Maybe he just needs a spell. I reckon he'll benefit after round 15. You could VC in round 15, see how he goes after a rest, because, yeah, he's a young gun, still got so much footy to go, and I think he's so due for a big year. So I'm still happy with this pick, and no regrets at all. So, yeah, we love Brayshaw. And the bench, good coverage, I guess. Didn't need to use it because we obviously finished our midfield temporarily for this week. Onto the rucks, so we're going to have to get rid of one of Hayes or Pruess. I can get rid of Hayes and have Pruess on the bench for next week as a better on-field option. I don't know yet. Probably a bad move. I'm not too keen on doing that, but let me know what you guys reckon on that, because it could be a sneaky move. Or I could trade Pruess out for a ruckman in Gawn, Darcy, and bank 130k or something like that. So I do have options here, but yeah, not sure. Haven't really decided. I'll read the comments to see what you guys reckon, but yeah, Witts was solid. Hayes has probably done his job, and we just need Pruess to play so we can make some coin. That's really important for us for upgrades and whatnot. Forward line was not too bad. I'm happy with how things are going. Dunkley went off. That's great. It had to be one of the Western Bulldogs players. I mean, surely one of them had to go off their head against West Coast. It wasn't McRae, it wasn't Bonapale, but it was Dunkley. So I guess it's when it's your turn to go at the Doggies midfield, you go. So Dunkley, unreal. It's literally VC captaincy roulette with these three. You never know which one's going to go off, and you never know which one's going to underperform. So yeah, it was Dunkley on this occasion, did well. Will Brodie, he is unreal, rock solid. Love this pick. Scored his average. He's having a great year. So yeah, got nothing on Will Brodie. What a pick he has been. What a starting selection he's been. Yeah, very happy with this. Butters has found some form. Has his bye, that's all right. And Heaney, this is a problem. So ever since I've traded him in, I don't reckon he's averaged over 80. Because I missed out on all these big scores very early. It took me about 3 or 4 weeks to trade him in. So that's actually hurt me a fair bit. Maybe I trade him out round 14. I think we can. I think we've got the trades too, definitely. So it's a risky one because it's a direct sideways trade. That is not the way of Supercoach, obviously. But a real sneaky move. I'll give him one more week. If he doesn't find form, he might be on the chopping block. I'm honestly really considering it because I've had a gut full of him. And yeah, Heaney and Butters, they've just had pretty underwhelming months, I think. Butters has found some form, but yeah, unforgiving the scores that he's had this year. A couple of 58s, just absolutely shocking. And just me thought couldn't get any worse. Heaney with a 53. Oh, well, it is what it is. But yeah, I'm pretty dissatisfied with it. And I watched George's review this morning, and he capped it off really well. So he said that Heaney's not really flying for the ball as much. He's sort of like dashing by trying to get the crumbs. So not really having much of an impact when he usually takes contested marks, but he's trying to get the handball receives and play front and centre as a small forward role, and they're usually the worst roles in Supercoach, really, other than a lockdown defender. Like, it couldn't get any worse. So yeah, we need Heaney getting up and taking more marks, and also a couple of misses too. Yeah, not his set shot routine's a little bit iffy. So yeah, a few red flags of Heaney, but yeah, obviously we just want him to respond and play good footy. That's why we picked him, but no, well, that's all right. I won't be the only one that copped that 53, so yeah, all good. Paddy McCartan, very consistent. He's been one of the best rookies this year, it has to be said. So yeah, he's done nothing wrong. He's the man down there. He's like a brick wall, intercepts everything. So yeah, he plays good against teams that have bad disposal. Richmond do struggle with their disposal at times in the midfield. So does Essendon. Like, teams like that, they just benefit from. And yeah, had a good year, and I'll definitely be holding him this week. We'll maybe trade him next week. Got to break even of 50 something, I'm pretty sure. 50 on the dot, so there you go. So one more price rise from him, presumably, but yeah, he's been a real nice servant this year, and yeah, it's good to see him playing footy. He's had a tough run, so yeah, playing with his brother too, it's quite fitting to watch. It was nice on Friday night. They both just kick it to each other. It's good to see. So yeah, McCartan been ultra consistent. And I won rookie roulette, or not rookie roulette, but I got a good rookie score in the forward line. So yeah, loophole Rioli. I'm not taking that shit. I just wanted him to score good. Whenever I need Rioli, he doesn't perform. I didn't need him last week, I just fielded Clark over him instead. Went 67, but this week I really need a good score from him on the Friday. Didn't happen, but then Rose has backed it up and made my forward line look pretty. So yeah, thanks to him, I won't need that anymore because Bont will go forward. And to do that, that brings me on to my trades this week. So this is what we're going to be doing. So we're going to get rid of Pruess. It has to be done. It could be Pruess. I said I had 130 before. I don't know what I was on about. I've actually got 189. That's a lot more than I thought. So with that money, I could either trade Pruess out for I want Sean Darcy. I looked at his run. It's a bit of a piss take. He hasn't been the most durable player, but yeah, the carnage for him has already happened early in the season. So I'm expecting him to play the remainder of the year. We'll have his bye soon, obviously. He'll have a bit of a spell, and after his bye, I think he'll be in red-hot form. So, yeah, I don't know. It's one of those things. Should I hold Pruess and keep Hayes? But then again, when Darcy has his bye, I want to have gotten rid of Hayes by then because his break-even will be in shambles. Or Pruess, I should say. I'm not sure, but at this point, I'm leaning more towards trading out Pruess and yeah, Darcy, and then DeConnie will go for Cleary, bank some money, and then we'll do some pretty strong upgrades next week. I need some money, and I'm going to use all 3 trades next week because I'm going to be in big trouble. This midfield, geez, and yeah, it's just been a bit iffy, and we'll get 2 donuts, which is fine because I think it's best 22, so yeah, it shouldn't matter. I'll get 20 on field, so that's all good. I don't know. I probably butchered that. I don't know. I had a massive weekend, far out, huge weekend. Went and watched the soccer grand final with a couple of lads. Unfortunately, my boys didn't get up. I'm a Melbourne City man. Not many people would know that, but yeah, come at me, Western United fans. They've been rubbing it in all weekend. Stayed out till like 5 a.m. Went to the Crafty Squire to watch the Liverpool game. So yeah, I probably butchered it. What I'm trying to say is I probably butchered a couple of things in this video. That's why, because we've had a big weekend, and after a full Monday at work, I'm starting to feel the effects now. So yeah, this has been a tough one to record. One of the toughest videos I've had to record because, yeah, the motivation's not there, but I'm just doing it anyway. But we'll confirm these trades. So, yeah, pretty happy with this. I think Darcy has a much higher ceiling than Max Gawn. So, obviously, Gawn's a lot more safer. But, yeah, I do worry, like, point sharing with Jackson. I just think Darcy's at that... He's at that point where you just expect him to play the rest of the year out. The carnage just happened. Hopefully he's past that. We'll get a spell. Got some piss easy opposition. So, yeah, I'm really, really keen on that. And captains for this week, well, I might VC Miller and then Captain Neil against Freo. We'll see. I don't know. I'm going to VC one of Miller or Laird against North Melbourne or West Coast. That would be the go. I don't really want to have them both involved. I don't know. It just feels a bit dicey having a pod captaincy on the cards. But, yeah, I'm happy with the side. So, yeah, Bonapali going down forward. That's great. Now I don't have to, or with a full team, I don't have to have Roses on field. So, that's looking pretty good. We'll finish our forward line, hopefully, over the buys. That would be good. Ruck's done. Midfield, we've got one more to go. Got Cripper on the bench. Defence is done. Hopefully, Cleary plays. But, yeah, that's about it, really. I'll keep his update on Twitter, as always. Everything's on Twitter. Always, I'll make my trades now, but they don't always pan out. Like, for example, I was going to trade in Cleary, didn't play, went Ware instead. Let you know on Twitter kind of thing, but... yeah, I'm quite nervous, not for this week, but next week I'm in big trouble with McRae, McComb, Miller. Does Laird have that buy? I don't know. Yeah, but we're in a bit of shit, so it's going to be hard. And we've got Long as well. He'll be handy. That's the only downfall of having like a loophole is that when you need him to play because he doesn't have a buy, but he's not playing, he probably won't play. I doubt it. It'd be good if he did, but yeah. Oh well. But yeah, anyway, that's the team. Should I get rid of Hayes or Pruess? I don't know. I'm leaning towards Pruess, but yeah, not too sure at the moment. I can always change it, and yeah, hopefully Heaney can respond. I'm confident this week, but yeah, we'll see how we go. I'll let it here, guys. Hope your team's going well. Good luck for the buyers because we're going to bloody need it. And yeah, as always, I'll see you guys in the next video.